as you guys know, we have been in the process of completing our transfer and getting some beta numbers. And we are super excited to announce that we are pregnant. We are starting our transfer protocol, and today was baseline day. So wanting to make sure the lining looks thin, and if it does, then we can progress to the next step of building the lining up. And that's, for me personally, just the heaviest part of the medication phase. It's a lot of medication this time to have to physically deal with. So, but we're moving forward and everything looks great. They did an ultrasound today and said that the lining's perfect. It's really thin, and that I have my list of medications. So yeah, honestly, this has been, it's been different every cycle. Every time we gear up to transfer, it brings its own unique challenges. I think we could say that for each time we've done this, but this is unique in that it's the last one we're going to be doing. The doctor has agreed that we should transfer our 2 remaining MBs, and that's what we're going to do. So with that comes just a weight of finality, in knowing like this is it, and if this doesn't work, then we will seek other opportunities in how to grow our family.
Yeah, it's been a weird couple months because we've been working towards, pursuing the last transfer, and we've known that it was going to be our last one. But Lindsay needed surgery, and the holidays and the New Year, and it's just felt like a very different transfer. I think it's been, very just draining to think about in a lot of ways, because it took so much work to do the first 2, and we haven't been able to do them one after the other, or every it just makes it that much more draining, and that much more effort, and that much more just feels like, taxing to get to each transfer. And so I think on this third transfer, we kind of have known going in like that it's going to take just more effort, and needing the surgery again, and more testing, and it's just cycle. Yeah, it's just been a lot, I think, for both of us to get through. And so going into this transfer, I wouldn't say there's not as much excitement, but it's a different type of excitement. Yeah. I think that there's a weight to knowing that it's going to be our last time, and there's a joy in knowing that we've put everything we have into it, and we've done all of the testing that we can to make sure that this last transfer is good to go, and that we've really just given it our all. So there's a peace and a joy that we have about that, but it's also just requiring some endurance to get through as well. So yeah, it's a really weird place to be, but as difficult and as hard as this is,
we've been saying from the beginning, and it's still true in our hearts now. Like, we're thankful for this opportunity, and if that's all that we get at the end of this, like if this doesn't end with a baby in our arms, that was the Lord's purpose and plan. Like, whatever plan and purpose that he has set in this season for us, he will have fulfilled it, and even if we don't know what that is. And we're resting in that. We know that even though there's painful moments throughout this, that like this is his best. Like, this isn't like his second choice for us, or his like, oops, whoops, made a mistake. Like, no, this trial has been purposed and planned for us specifically. And in that, good just will come from it, even through the pain and the heartache. So we brought our puppies today. Can you say hi? First time.
Junie.
Hi, sweetie. Oh, that's a good puppy.
So from here,
the
next steps are
medication
for
the lining.
No, like how long?
10 days. Yeah, I'll be on this medication regimen for 10 days, and then we'll come back and we'll check the lining and see if we get to progress to the next step.
And then if everything's good after that,
transfer day is scheduled on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, 2021.
So we are cautiously looking forward to that.
Yeah. We know that so much can change between now and then.
But I think we're ready. I feel like...
even if we're not ready...
It's going to happen.
Like, I've been just in my quiet time with the Lord and just reflection and prayer, even if we're not ready, if the Lord has willed this in his plan for us, like, he's gonna make it happen. Mm-hmm. And I've seen that in my own life, in this parts of my journey where I've physically, like, I cannot do this, and there's a strength given by him that gets me through it and completes it. So trusting in that, knowing, like, even if we aren't ready, like, he'll give us the endurance and the strength to get through it. We are here at our lining check to see how things are progressing, and praise the Lord, things are good. Everything's good. I do not have to come back. Everything's on time. And
this is the appointment we always
have trouble on. And the lining's not quite there, or we need, to up medication and come back in a few days. And that's not the case.
No.
So
we're good to go. We're moving on to the next round of injections, medications.
Yes. We, so transfers scheduled in 1 week from today. We decided that just for peace of mind, that we wanted one extra appointment between now and then to do some blood work to check on the progesterone. We had done an ERA biopsy a couple months ago, and the results were that I needed 12 more hours of progesterone. And so just with knowing that, and knowing that we were kind of off, just wanting peace of mind to know that a couple of days before transfer that my progesterone numbers are in normal range, and then that will make it really official that we've covered all of our bases.
Yep.
So 1 week from today, it's planned, but we'll officially know on Monday how the blood work looks. And that will kind of determine if it's not in normal range. If the numbers come back where they're not, then we'll see what the doctor has to say about that. But right now we're hoping and planning and preparing that it will be in normal range, and that
be good to go.
we are going to have a St. Patrick's Day transfer. So
here we go.
Pretty crazy. I think just this time, I know I have just been really trying to just keep my heart fully surrendered of like, okay, Lord, like, this is the day that we have right now, but nothing's ever guaranteed, and things can change, and just wanting to be flexible and have a good attitude in that, which is not always easy. I think for me, during these 10 days, I feel like the last appointment was pretty emotional for me, just starting this all again, like officially starting it and starting the meds. These past 10 days have been difficult, which they always are on me, just with all the medication and just the shifts and the changes that my body's undergoing. So it's been hard, but I feel like during this time the Lord has really been encouraging me and just remembering that His grace is sufficient for me in this time, and that my sacrifice and self-giving during this season, like, this is just the reality of that, is just the giving of my body and not feeling great, in hopes that, you know, we can give our little embryos just a womb and a home in there, and just that the Lord is gonna get us through this. And, you know, even in the times where we feel really, really tired and weary, which I feel like is most days right now, He promises His grace is enough, and He's going to give us enough grace, more grace on those days where we feel just run down and weary, and to the point where we're like, we can't do this anymore. He always gives us that strength. So I've just been really comforted in that during this time. It's been really encouraging me of just knowing that the Lord's walking along with us during this time, and He's near. We made it!
Today is transfer day.
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day 2021.
March 17th. Wow.
Can't believe we're here.
Yeah. Feels like we've had to just jump through so many more hurdles this time, and we're not done yet. We'll see what the embryologist has to say about the last 2 embryos. So we know that these ones are not
ranked the best.
That's like ranked. They're not ranked the best, but
for the ones that we had, but it still works a lot of times with embryos that are of similar quality. So it's not like it's a for sure,
right,
you know, bad sign or anything. It's just, you know, we used up the highest ranked ones first, and so now we're with the last, and
this is it. Like, this is our last transfer, like, ever.
This is the last one. So
which just, it feels crazy and surreal.
Everything we could, so
yeah.
So that's all we could do.
We would have never, like, thought to choose embryo adoption. I feel like it just kind of found us, and the Lord just, like, put it, like, just worked.
Made it happen.
Yeah, like, just from my friend, you know, sitting down at church and telling me this is something that we should look into, and then, you know, coming to Tim and telling him about, hey, this is like a thing that we could do, but not wanting to, you know, really wanting to hear his heart of, like, what he wanted. And he was, like, such a go, like, immediately. And, you know, now here we are. Like, I've just really been reflecting back on this whole journey, this long journey of, like, 3 years, and just all the steps that have led to this moment, and knowing that, you know, the Lord weaved all of that into where we are now, and we'll see what happens in 2 weeks. So, yeah.
So we're gonna go inside. We did it!
We did it!
The last one!
Babies are in! Both babies!
Time for food! We did it! We did it!
We did it.
The last transfer is complete.
It went so perfectly. And our families got to be there.
Yeah.
Virtually.
We did a Zoom meeting and had some family members that got to watch, so that was very unique.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun.
It was great. It was great. So both babies survived. So, this is what they look like before, and then they want to see them expand. So the embryologist said this one looked really, really good because you can see the little cells in here. And this one looks fair. Both were good enough to transfer, so we're thankful for that. And yeah, they both got to just be transferred in together, and then this is what the ultrasound looks like. So, how do you feel, babe?
I don't know, in shock.
Yeah.
Can't believe we did it.
I know.
And
it went so well. It went so well. It was the most seamless transfer. I mean, they are all pretty seamless, but like the first one, we lost one in the thaw, you know, and then we had to wait for like an hour, and then the second one was pretty seamless, but like, I don't know, this one just felt different. I just felt like such a peace and so comfortable, like knowing what was coming and what was, you know, taking place. And I think that's one of the reasons why we just allowed our family to watch this time, is because, you know, we've gotten to do it all. He's gotten to come in the first time. He got to do...
You got to record it.
You got to record it the second time. And the third time, it was like, let's just share this with our family because this is it. And it really is hard to explain unless you go through and watch it. Just how amazing that it's...
Yeah.
Like, it's so simple, yet just so
many things
going into it. So, it was just really sweet for me to be alone in there, to get to have my family. Just, I couldn't see any of them, but to just hear them was just really special. So I'm glad we got to do that. But praising the Lord for these little lives, and they're in my womb for 12 more days until we know. And so we're just going to treasure these 12 days with knowing that they're in there, knowing that we can claim them as ours, and just wait.
And we wait.
And we wait.
And then we wait.
And we wait.
And then wait some more.
Yeah. We actually found out the morning of beta. So I decided to take a pregnancy test and surprised him with the results. And the results were positive. It was a big, strong line. We've had 2 beta blood draws, and both were good, solid numbers. And the second number actually almost tripled from the first number. So numbers are rising and numbers are solid. So doctor was super pleased with that, and strong numbers. So she said the next step for us is a 7-week ultrasound.
Which will be, right now, where we're at, will be about a week and a half away.
Yeah, I'm almost 6 weeks. So yeah, we don't know if it's 1 baby or 2 babies. We transferred 2.
Our final 2.
And so we're praying for 2, but we just don't know until we get in there and see. So praying for just strong heartbeats or a heartbeat, and just excited to
we've
see
made
it this far. We've made it farther than we've ever made it, and so it's exciting. It's a little unnerving, just because we know we've gone through loss. We know that things can change at any time.
And it's early.
Really early. And there's a lot that happens in these first few weeks, just with development, and there's a lot of information that comes out of these appointments. So we know that we have a long journey ahead, but we're really just depending on the Lord day by day, to take it day by day, step by step.
And we're just thankful that, this was our last shot, and it's the one that worked. We gave everything we had into testing and surgery and everything else that has either delayed or led up to this that we wanted to do with testing and things like that. So
this was the worst 2 embryos is what they told us. They said that
by how they grade them.
Yeah, they said that these had a lower chance, and the Lord used them to be the ones that worked.
So we're just, we had no idea which direction obviously this was going to go, and which way our life was going to go, and our lives could still change moving forward. But we're so thrilled and so just joyful that even though it's still early, God has given us these children to have for this time and not take it for granted. And so it's always been in His hands, and it's going to continue to just be in His hands moving forward. And we're just going to trust the Lord with whatever happens. But we've made it this far, and so it's exciting.
We're praying mightily for them, just in so many ways, and we're excited to just be the vessels and watch the Lord work, and this journey just continue to unfold. So nervous and excited, but yeah. So
please pray for us moving forward, and for a baby or babies to be healthy and growing, and just please keep us in your prayers and pray for them. And thank you guys for all of the prayers and encouragement that you've given us.
Walking along this really long journey,
ups and downs, and text messages and prayers and conversations, and we know it's still a long road ahead, and we're just thankful for everyone that has been in our lives and has been encouraging us through this.
I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do? My life was great till you added colors. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you, just wanna hold you, just wanna be with you till we grow old. Please tell me you'll stay or take me away. I want you for myself every single day. You set my world on fire. You set my